Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Carey, the host of the Writer's Touch podcast. And before we get started, we do have a few announcements that we'd like to make. This show is brought to you by Carey Collection, a triumphant woman who is now doing their worldly message, getting it out, and it's titled CAP, which is an acronym for Commit and Abide in Prayer. So go out, grab your t-shirt, and take an hour out of your day and pray, because the Bible says pray without ceasing. So with that being said, I have a special musical guest in the building, kicking it with your boy, Carey. Her name is the one and only. I like to say phenomenally because, man, this young lady has a very beautiful and talented voice. Her name is, she goes by the name of, well, her real name is, she doesn't have an alias, so we're going to talk about that later. But her name is, everybody give her a round of applause when you get a chance to welcome into the building, Miss Terianna Brooks.
Hello, hello. How are y'all?
Doing good. We're doing good. How about yourself? I've been waiting and trying to get you in here, but I know it's very, very. You're busy.
Yeah.
You busy. I can't put it no other way. You busy. I heard you working on your new CD, your new album. So tell me about that. What's going on?
Well, what do you want to know about?
I mean, give me the latest. Let me try to be the first to say, I had the scoop on that young lady's new CD because I know it's going to be a banker. So, how many tracks you have on here? What's it like? What it's about? Fill me in with a few little details, and
Okay, so I'm still working on it. It's still in progress, but so far I have 10 songs on it so far that I've handwritten myself.
Okay.
And the album is called Feels. It's basically me developing and going through my emotions as a teenager and how I can go about it through life and how it has affected me and will affect my future. And I hope that this album will help other people as well.
Feels. Okay, now is it F-E-E-L or F-I-L-L?
It's F-E-E-L-Z.
L-Z?
Mm-hmm.
This is young generation, ladies and gentlemen. They like to put Z's in it. So anyway, now, what's the difference between this and I'm going to go back to Truth is the Light.
Okay, so with Truth is the Light, I was very young, and I made a song about the gospel and God. But with this album, I'm really kind of expressing more as me as a person and what I've been through, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of different from the Truth is the Light, because I was telling people to tell the truth more. But with this album, it's more about me being truthful to myself.
Gotcha. So I gotta add this. Now, since I have you right here, face to face, how truthful is it that not only do you write your own songs, which a lot of artists do, but you started at the age of 10?
Actually, younger.
Okay.
Ever since I knew how to write, I would write songs and little rhythms and things that I would pick up.
I have a hard time writing books, so, but that's the gift that I truly believe that God likes to give. Everybody. Everybody has a gift from God. Everybody cannot be the same because everybody's not cut from the same cloth. I don't care if you have the same mother, the same father. No matter what it is, you still have your own uniqueness about yourself, and that's what I like about what God has did with this young lady. She took a pen, she took some paper, and she started singing from her heart. And as she was singing, and she started developing, trying to create a, critique her own her craft about herself.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. So I really want to ask you, if you had a way, how can you describe your music?
My music?
Yeah. What's the difference between yesterday and today?
Yesterday and today. today is finally accepting all of the things I've been through and using it as a learning thing to help others with.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's it?
Well, I mean,
You
my
can elaborate
music
a
is
little
kind
bit.
of like after it rains, if that makes sense. Like after it rains, you know that feeling and that smell.
Gotcha.
That's what my music is like.
Okay. You know, she's 14 years old. So, you know, I heard the song and I tried my best when I got here because I had my hands on the track, and I really wanted you to give me a snippet of truth is the light, but for some reason it just wouldn't play. I wanted you, my audience, to get firsthand of listening to how strong this young lady's voice is, and she's very talented. You know, I have nothing bad to say about her, because when you think about it, you know, she's developing herself, and as years and experience goes by, you get better. It's just like wine, you know, you get better with age. So if you take the youngness of maybe I'm gonna go for as back as maybe 8 years old to now 14 years old, of her writing and experiencing the art of writing her own songs, and you know, so how would you know? So what is one message with all of that you can take and give it to your fans about Terianna Brooks?
Oh, Terianna Brooks. She made it through and made herself better.
Gotcha. So today's age of music is different from when we was growing up.
Yeah.
What musician do you admire most, and why?
Like old school artists?
Yeah.
Okay. There's so many. I admire Prince because of his amazing guitar skills. I love Biggie, especially Tupac, because like he had a.
Hold up, pause. Did you say Biggie?
Yes, I
As
said
in
Biggie.
Notorious
Biggie.
B.I.G.
Yep.
The
Biggie. Yeah. That Biggie.
Okay. See, you know, he's dead and gone, but he's still leaving an impact on.
Of course, legends never die.
Okay, that's
Stories
what's up.
live on.
So, okay, carry on. So, why Biggie? Why Tupac? What is it about them and their creative style that impacts you and what you admire?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I just love their music and how they use their background as a way to impact people. Some of their songs are kind of, kind of secular, but it's like still, it kind of impacted the black community, and it kind of strayed people away from doing bad things, especially like Tupac, because he personally preached love, peace, instead of, hatred and gun violence.
So, with their style and your style, how did your style evolve since the beginning of your career?
Ooh, it's kind of hard. That's kind of hard to explain. Because when I was younger, I used to write songs about ice cream. Now I write songs about feelings and
Right.
Things like that.
So, what is it that you enjoy most about being an artist?
One thing I enjoy most is sharing and hearing others. Because like when you listen to someone's music, that's like listening to their heart and listening to their soul. And I find that really fascinating as a musician, because it's like, oh my gosh, I love that song and I can relate to it. It's like a different connection between people.
Okay, so let me ask you this: as an artist, I'm not going to get into your style just yet, but I do want to ask you, performing wise, what would be your best performance song wise, and your worst song wise performing, and how so?
My best, my worst.
Right. What would it be that one song, your go-to song that you would go to, but then if somebody else liked another song that you would think in your own mind and your own feelings that you feel like that's your worst song, but people love it, but they want to hear more of it, what would be, what would that be?
Okay, so the worst song that I feel like I've ever done that people want to hear more of is The Truth is the Light. And then my recent songs, I have so many, sometimes I forget them, I'm not gonna lie to you. but I feel like it might be Jawbreaker, the recent song.
Which one is it?
Jawbreaker.
Okay.
It's basically a song about me explaining who I am and that I've had enough of being suppressed, and that it's time for me to break out and do what I gotta do.
That's understandable. So, what is the biggest problem that you have encountered on your journey, in this road of music?
Definitely finding a good producer. Because, the music industry is very sketchy, especially for a young girl.
Right.
People try to take advantage and junk like that. I don't have time for that. But other than finding a good producer, it's almost like loving my voice, if that makes sense. Because, it's still growing, and sometimes I can't express it the way I want to, so it's kind of hard.
Gotcha. So, I really want to know, and this is just off the record, and you being a singer and songwriter, possibly crossing over to be a entertainer. What do your friends think about you and your music?
I mean, I kind of keep my music to myself because it's kind of like my baby. I don't want no one to just
But you're gonna be soon to be a breakout star, and you got to think about they're gonna find out. It's kind of like a Hannah Montana type of deal.
Yeah.
In the day she's just plain old Miley Cyrus, but then in the night, when don't nobody know who she is, she's Hannah Montana. But when they found out who she was, so that's kind of, I'm looking at it like modern day, like pretty soon they're gonna find out that you are such and such, and how you gonna react to it.
Yeah. Well, my best friend, she supports me a lot.
Okay.
And then I had this other friend. He also writes music, so he helps me and he supports me through it a lot too.
Okay. So, your opinion on '90s music?
'90s music?
Yeah, I know you threw out Biggie and Tupac, but what about going back to? I mean, it doesn't matter what genre of music it is. It could be gospel and it could be Shirley Caesar. It can be pop, which it can be Britney Spears. What's your opinion on '90s music compared to this new millennium?
Okay, so to be honest, I know a lot of people say, I wish we could go back to those times. But
Right.
being honest, the '90s music did mention the things we mentioned in today's songs, but it's more graphic.
Right.
So I like how subtle the '90s music was, and it's really iconic.
Okay.
Compared to today's age, kind of graphic, but there's still some good artists out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I still listen to some old school R&B. Don't get me wrong, and
Especially the early 2000s.
yeah. So I really gotta ask: if it wasn't for music, what would you choose to do? What is it that you'd be doing as for your career?
Photography
Okay,
or a journalist?
journalist. Why?
A journalist? Because I like stories. I like sharing other people's ideas and basically expressing other people's stories.
Oh, okay. And let me throw out a disclaimer, everybody. I do have my grandson in the building. I'm babysitting. So if you hear a baby in the background, which, hey, that's my little man. So I call him my grandman. So, final question. What's in your future plans for you doing collaborations and with who?
Well, I don't know yet, but I hope to collab with different artists and make different songs and different albums for sure.
Gotcha. I mean, I've literally enjoyed myself interviewing you as a young woman, as a person, as an artist, as a musician. Ladies and gentlemen, Writers Touch audience and family, you guys gotta look out for this young lady. Her music is phenomenal. You're gonna pop up and you're gonna see her song somewhere on Spotify or any classic record store, and you're gonna be like, "Ooh, who is this?" Because she's very talented. She's beautiful. She's creative. She does everything on her own, besides go in the studio and engineer her music herself. So you know, you guys got to go out. You guys got to look for her, and I probably support her. And I just enjoyed having you here. And don't be a stranger. Please come back.
Of course.
So one thing I am going to ask, you know, as a favor to me, is give me a small snippet.
Oh.
Give me a small snippet. I know your voice is probably getting a little weaker or whatnot, but give me stronger because you're getting older. Give me a small sample, just a small sample of Truth is Light.
No. Okay, catch me in March and I will release my first song.
Oh,
Then
how
you
come we
can
gotta
hear
be
it
all in
then.
March?
Then you can hear it then.
Okay, so let me throw this out here real quick. Information about, you know, where can your fans or soon to be fans look out, you know, find you, social media, emails, you know, because they're gonna hit you with a strong wave of just love out of everywhere. So where can they find you at?
Well, they can follow my Instagram. It's officially.teriyaki. Because my musical name is Teriyaki, because my name is Terianna, people call me that.
Mhm.
So my name is Teriyaki. And they can also email me at teriannabrook756@gmail.com.
Okay. Facebook, Twitter, anything like that?
Not really.
Gotcha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know, there you have it. She's in the building. We got to get ready to get up out of here. Again, whenever you want to come by, the door is always open. You're more than welcome. And come back and share some music with us.
Will do.
All right. All right, guys, I'm out of here. This is your boy, Jay Carey. Love you. Peace.